Vincent, you said in the build-up to this you wanted to put on a fight for the fans. What's your reaction after that, after a 5-round hard one?
After a 5-round against Peter Queally, man, I gotta say hats off to Peter Queally. He is a true testament to the Irish people. Man's all class, a true gentleman all the way through and through. So hats off to Peter. Hats off to the Irish fans, Dublin fans. You guys are cray cray, man. Great night, great energy, great vibe. Place was off the roof once again. It was awesome. It was a great environment. Crowd was cheering at the end. I loved it. It was great.
I remember I spoke to you about 6 weeks ago and you said you were just about starting camp. In that 5th round, you're thinking maybe you should have started a couple of weeks earlier. How did you feel in the 5th?
I felt pretty good in the 5th. Well, it wasn't too bad at all. I know I need to change up the game plan. You got to adjust on the fly. Ideal it was to go wrestle him up, and I think I did that. After the guy gets so hurt, after the guy's so tired, you have to be able to adjust, maybe disengage a little bit more and keep it standing and go more for a finish standing up, throwing some knees, some punches, some kicks and whatnot. Not necessarily, keep going back to the wrestling when we already have, established, good control in that area.
It looked like Peter was landing a couple of good power shots early. Did you feel that power early and maybe try to adjust after that?
No.
So was the game plan that you produced, was it what you were expecting coming in?
Yeah, for sure. Peter did a great job. He did awesome. I don't think he landed anything super clean in the early rounds that I really felt that made me adjust or nothing like that. But definitely, he brought his A game. He did a great job defensively. He did a great job. Great posture, great position. A lot of times, the fundamentals, the posture, the position, that wins you fights. And he did a great job with his posture, with his position, being able to defend a lot of my wrestling.
The low blow in the second, obviously, with the point taken. What were your thoughts on that? Were you kind of surprised it was a point taken at that point?
Initially, yes. I'm just surprised. Like, oh man, it was obviously the referee could tell. He admitted, yeah, it was an accident. It wasn't on purpose. There was no intent. It was not intentional at all. But then after the fight, the referee came up to me and said, hey, there was no intent. I agree with you. There was no intent, but it was a very hard kick. So strictly based off damage, how damaging the low blow was, I had to take a point. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that was the rule set. If that's the rule set, and if there's an accidental low blow, but it does so much damage, you're like, well, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm not happy about it, but yeah, sure. I did throw it. It was accidental. There was no intent. It did do some damage, so it is what it is.
We couldn't really hear from you, the sound here. What were you saying was next? Is it the title you want next? You've 3 fights left now. You told us beforehand it's 3, then 2, then 1. Is it straight away you want to be right in for the winner of the upcoming fight?
Yeah. That's what I would like. I want the title shot next. I know it's the Russian versus Brazilian. Mad respect for Pitbull. I'm a huge Patricio fan. Patrici has the belt, and he has a W over me. So I think it'd be very apropos for me for him to win his fight, and then for me to square off against him and take the belt from him, because he has a W over me. But if Usman happens to win, if it's him instead, go ahead and let Bellator set up a fight in Russia. Let's go do. We can't go to Russia right now, can we? No, Russia's a no-no right now. So maybe we go
America.
Yeah, maybe let's go somewhere else. Let's go to somewhere else in the Eastern Europe and go do a title shot over there somewhere, But whoever wins, that is what I want next. That was the reason why I said yes to Peter. He just fought for the belt. He just lost for the belt. So go out there and go dominate, go get my hand ring against Peter and get a title shot next. And that is what I want. I want the title shot next. But it's up to the powers that be. It's up to a higher pay grade than I have.
Thanks.
Benson, last time you were speaking to us in this very spot, I don't know how many months ago that was now, after the Miles Jury fight. It's been talked about all week, and you've talked about it yourself as well. You weren't really satisfied with the performance, even though you got a pretty conclusive victory in that one. So now, after 5 rounds in the main event against a hometown favourite with the raucous crowd, do you feel like you've sort of scratched the itch a bit?
I definitely scratched it a little bit. I think I had a better performance tonight against Peter Queally. Still didn't get the finish. I was going for that finish. I really, really wanted that finish badly. But I think I had a good performance against Miles Jury. It got me the W. I think I had a better performance against Peter Queally tonight, and hopefully it gets me the title shot. But yeah, definitely scratched that itch a little bit. The fans They were, booing and stuff at the beginning. At the end of the fight, they were cheering. That's what I told you guys was going to happen. I said, I know I'm going to come out to some boos, and they're going to be booing me and all that stuff and singing over my song. But when I leave that cage, they're going to be cheering. And when I left the cage, the Irish fans were cheering. So I'm happy about that.
And this time yesterday, you had 4 fights left in your career. As you stand here now, you've got 3 fights left in your career. And obviously the fight before you was a very kind of high-profile retirement from a combat sports legend, Mel Manov. And you could see what it meant to him to be out there. He kind of, broke down in tears at the end, and, laid his gloves down in the middle of the cage and things like that. Just wondering, are you prepared for that? I know you're talking about you have the skull, you have the contract, you've got out and you're going to concentrate on your wife's fighting career and concentrate on your family, all of which are great endeavors, of course. Are you ready for the emotional impact of what it's going to mean to you personally?
I am not at all ready for the emotional impact of retiring. But I have 3 more fights, so I'm gonna worry about that first. I worry about taking 1 fight at a time, and that's all that I look forward to. You can't control a lot of things. You can't control this. You can't control that. You can't control how hard you work. Being the hardest worker in the room each and every single day, getting better each and every single day, and controlling the outcome of your fight to make sure you get your hand raised. So I'm gonna go back to the gym on Monday, go start getting better, start working again, and then worry about my next fight. At the end of those 3 fights, then I'll be an emotional wreck.
Did you finish your book this week?
I did not. No? I did not. I got a little too lazy. All you young athletes out there, you guys need to stay off your phone. Quit scrolling on your phone. Put your phone down. Get 8-9 hours of sleep at night. I didn't do that this week. I was scrolling on my phone too much, and I almost finished my book, but I didn't quite finish it this week.
Thank you for watching this video on SevereMMA.com. For more wonderful content, please click the like, subscribe and notification bell, and follow us on these social medias.